Так, всем здорово, погнали. Почувствуем себя ниндзя. Пояками. Ебическими. Я ее когда-то проходил в дремучие времена, блин. Игра была тогда типа прикольная. А сейчас посмотрим, что она из себя будет представлять. Так, один момент, сейчас только настрою наш автоотборник. Эй. Сейчас, ребята, секундочку. И полетим сейчас. Вроде готов. Так, отлично, все хорошо.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard. Happily. I feel that I learn something every time I face you. Even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time. Let us begin. Did you see? Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching the students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it. You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush. Master Lee just went into his house. It's just over there, as always. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Our most senior student has a spare moment. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee, I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our exam. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like..." That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Of course, there could be worse views. Maybe I should spend more time training, and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning. Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones. And Master Lee accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently, some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more... The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about... According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. They're exactly what you'd expect. Once there, your soul is a soul that doesn't return to the... From what I understand, Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say it. if you would. You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think it. Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else. Not that you don't deserve the attention. I'd be flirting with you non-stop if you weren't so focused on whatever it is Master Li has. All of us get a little envious of that. Even Gao gets pushed aside, and he doesn't like... You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao... Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone. Frankly, I think she might have a little crush on you, too. Notice how... Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she... While Master Li tries to never let it show, he I suppose that's hard to deal with. Even if I have... You know what is said. Master Li believes you're special. Some of the others don't find it as intriguing as I do. Gao, obviously. You know he doesn't like you, he never has. And when Master Li tells him to model himself after you, that just makes it worse. If... Of course. I have to keep practice. Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
Dress these wounds. Dress these wounds. Heavenly wave. Thousand cuts. This is the...
Что-то меня разъебало, она своей палкой-копалкой. Не, ну ладно, я там сам подставился, что-то очень жестко.
Something on your mind? Of course.
address these
I thought Master Lee would have you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is. There are a few, but not enough for me. There will be more students available later. Master Lee is very strict about. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within. Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to... True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden danger. You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh, but there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset. An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive. The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted. You are the sum of your actions. But there can be advantages. You may... Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run the lessons you learn from me or from any trainer. Let's see.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill, even in... You're right. Master Li would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your... You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my question. It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long... They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone... The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses, all the greatest warriors gathered. I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. They consider farmers uneducated rustics, though they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Li out. In the The Empire is divided into 4 massive provinces. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities. I'm honored that you should ask. Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps... The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics. I don't know any... Dawnstar would be next, with... I've heard about and seen your skill, but I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's... I'll answer. It is an... What? It would be an honor. Are you sure you had... Excellent. Let's find a quieter spot to spar.
Always good to... The tricky part is... Oh, did I tell you to see Typical.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man... Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. Master Lee certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside. You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering look. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after its master. Go bother someone else.
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best. We should keep practicing. We have... If you wanted to help us practice it... This is good news! We'll try to go eat... That's enough! I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class.
If
we're lucky, Dawnstar will bring us some sweets when she... It's back.
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and Master Lee has asked that no students leave the... Please do not. This... What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me... Wait, I know this. Yes. It's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior Chi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. Additionally, chi can be used... I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like... Oh, good. I mean, Master Li was looking to speak with you, wasn't he?
I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after it.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret. Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Li!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters. You will have your chance to fight soon enough. Go to Gujin, the weapon master. He has... On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square. Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now...
rash action will reveal much about the task and the man.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
You step beyond your station. She and...
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great... You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never... He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone. What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid.
Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so... Only what Master Li has told you in the past. You are meant... It must be so frustrating. It is not the same. You are filled with the promise of great things, even if they are... I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it does... I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined... I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say?
Let's go get your weapon from Guzhen's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits.
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had... Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up. We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits... If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes... They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say. If a person's life was very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for... Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living... I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about... I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we... His workshop is in the center of the village by the gate. You must be tired if you're asking me about that. You've told...
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it. Let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
Heavens,
It's so. Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
heavens, no!
This building is Gujin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I'd better let... can't abandon the gate. No, please. I can't fight. I just didn't want to be a rock picker in my grandfather's field. Guarding the gate looked easy. I never thought bandits would actually come. Please don't let them get me. Don't...
What was that noise from the town square? Are people fighting?
Ujuir Shatyir Uksayanan. Zawani Karpa.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin.
Wotarawir Ifuir Nupayir Fun Chiki. Ukayir Otonoir Nisun Puno Asir Tsunkut. If you'd prefer, I don't need to use. Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it now.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior.
You know, you came here with Master Li as just a babe. Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you... Anything? I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honor. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword Fortune's... I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons. I'll explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that in time Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this. But don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Li wanted her to have the keenest... They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune. How your master found it, I cannot say. But this ancient longsword... Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with. One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon. And the drain won't be that you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets...
Senior student.
Calm down, student. What has you so...
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town now. I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now.
Thousand cuts. Longsword. You can't. Hold your tongue, old man. This village is ours.
Be careful, these louts will show no mercy.
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these back.
The school is... I will...
Thank the heavens you came down here. They're animals.
Let's dress these. Thousand cuts. Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course.
1,000 cuts. Long sword. 1,000 cuts.
Look out!
1,000 cuts.
Watch yourself.
Long sword.
You're going down!
Watch out!
What are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this! Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it. I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more. Do not be so quick to thank me. My influence caused this attack. You were not meant to see this yet. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school.
fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Li could command that kind of power. He destroyed that. This is so confusing. Master Li said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but you disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else. Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and for some reason, the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks, with glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts. I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was, or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had... My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way.
There you go again with your playful...
Thanks for this talk. Well, we've already visited Gu Jin, who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming, Merchant Fen Do, is in the village square. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial...
Oh, you! You're a friend of Dawnstar, right? Dawnstar, there you are. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while.
I'm glad, Mrs. Zhang.
You seemed peaceful, if a bit lost.
Remember Zhang Jin, her son? He drowned last year after the mooring she tied let go. A sad accident. I saw his spirit and told her. Some spirits return because of trauma, to rectify something that disturbed them in life or death. At least they are supposed to. Jin's spirit told his mother the accident wasn't her fault. Now he wanders. Troubled spirits can be set to rest for a time, but unless the greater I'm sorry, this has been difficult. I don't want to think about how it affects specific people. I don't know. People just want to be left alone with their grief. I guess blame is easier to understand than... Master Li will be waiting.
I'm so glad you and Master Li arrived when you did. My father ran to the school gate to find That is a great relief. We tried our best, but without you and Master... Hopefully Master Li can shed some light on what led to this. A sorcerer in our little...
Wanakapir awaf, van sier surufus isinosaurus usuno. Tawi ir kawana ir sunir ipoki. Nararo, na pirapirni. Unikasurir kwanano kuni ugnawata ir niknipier. Ikirniktine unikasurier quanano. Yukutnik kunk un. Irsonier. Wo anania ifewer ux. Ikirniktine piru. Wo ifereku. Sata tawe ir. Wo nawa fu kuno sukutnia awaf. Wo anania ifewer ux. Wo nikasurier quan. Konir puk no sankud na. Wo nikasurier quanano koni uk nawata ir. Wo no wir na no ba ir. Wo soki powir. Niato wo no napadi irovir. Koni uk tasir sir tintu. Funye wo wo si wo. Wo sun ponuno. Yavapap nasia wir sa ye uth. Wo anania ifewer uk sonorok no. Yukutnik kunk uno sa ir son kudnoka. Wo nikasurier quanano koni uk na. Ikirnik tine piru. Wo iferek uk son puno. Sa ir yagoa. Niato wo nonapadi. Konir puk no sankud na no wananya irkana. Unikasurier quanano kasa. Yukutnik kunk uno sai. Konir puk no sankud na no wananyapir. Isara yuyo. Unikasurier quanano koni uk nawata ir. Nik nipier. Osin. Wo anania ifewer uk sonorok noka uk. Ikirnik tine piru. Wo ifere. Sa ir yagoak. Kokonato siri pano. Uk sosa sarano fuk no. Rek ni uk ni akawan. Wo sun puno. Tiko.
I'm healed.
It's a good thing we have Master Li here. Don't forget his...
Those bandits will think twice before threat. The only shame is that their ship sunk. Think what we could have... In this town, it's vital for a businessman to keep tabs on anyone. That master of yours keeps things ludicrous. I get by. I suppose I shouldn't wish for strife, lest it come knocking on my door. Besides, the bandits didn't do as much to bring... Happily, we don't need... I have nothing at the moment. I can't keep my... I do what I can, but the ghosts and bandits... To hear some of the caravan masters talk... Do come back when the weight of your silver...
Wait, which one do you mean? Surely not that
Don't be silly. He's the one with that marvelous dragon tattoo on his back. He must have quite a few young ladies pining after him by now.
Yes? Well, we've already visited Gu Jin, who used to be a guard. Merchant Fendo is in the village square. Oh, for training or learning...
I knew you would not let those bandits...
Those bandits didn't fight nice like you do at the school.
I heard how you faced those bandits in the village. Is there anything you need?
To hear Gao tell it, he single-handedly beat... It would have been great to see Master Li deal with that sorcerer. What do you... I'm sure you figured out most of my... I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school... But Master Li has shown me how to focus myself. When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar.
You are the hero of the moment. Gao claims that it is good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Li. Master Li assures me I will heal in time. Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat, and just yesterday I managed to break your record for the number of opponents faced at once. He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer to you, if you're up to it. If I could fight, he could likely round up enough opponents for... Unless you can speed up time, I'm not sure there's much... Then again, I vaguely recall a grass or herb that hastens the healing process. I think so, though I can't remember the name. I don't think it's a common plant. I know you're very busy. If I'm lucky, he might. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you.
Glad to see you're still well. That's the difference a lifetime of practice will make. To hear Gao's side, he pushed back the bandits, but I know you dealt with the greater share of it. Of course, it was best that our master was there to deal with that sorcerer. The story...
What can... Yes, and the students are on edge. It is a shame about Kia Min. She holds the record for the most opponents defeated in my little training challenge. I have a little something tucked away for anyone who can best Kia Min's feat. You could match it, but with Kia Min injured, there aren't enough students free to... I know you held it until recently, but Kia Min has a knack for group fights. As I said, I have a special incentive for anyone... Goodbye.
Hey, boy. Is that the one gal the lesser's always going on? I think so. I say we teach a little... You're not going anywhere. Gal will give us 1,000 cuts. Long soldier. He
wasn't much of it left when about 10 years ago, we tried to fight them, and it worked. They came from the hills in the west, but beyond that, I wonder if we in Broken Path saw that ghosts can't die, but they can be. I guess there's no peace for the... They came from the hills in the... I wonder if we in Broken Path... We won, but many people... Soon enough, Broken Path became...
Quite a bit of excitement. Of course, that didn't stop Gao the Lesser from beating a few of them senseless. You won't tell anyone about what happened, will you? Right. And I will.
Sana urkane ayakaneani?
Niato. Tawi ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Wuno wir na no ba irsu. Isana yoyo konir fruk no sunk. Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir. Ir kana. Unikasuri ir kwananok. Tasi ir tintu. Fonye wowosi ye what. Ipanar nuko iwa ir. Nikasanarir. Iruro ni nuasa. Oh, tofu ir tawit. Usair kokonato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafatoyo. Coconut. Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir. Usair kokonato. Tanatia. Katanano. Shafato.
Pafawe kot.
A potential... What can... Oh yes, I had heard that someone was injured and... Anyway, I've checked my stocks and I only have enough... I'm not sure how much good it will do by its... Oh, now that's thinking, isn't it? Yes, I suppose... expensive stuff, that. Very pricey. Hard to acquire, too. Get her some bearded tongue grass and she'll feel better. It won't hasten the... If you think you can justify such opulence to heal something that time would take... Business has been slow. What am I supposed to do? You see to the heart of the matter. I suppose I can't risk losing the sale when I have no other stock, so I will not... An excellent choice. I'll mix the salve for you and prepare the poultice. It won't take a moment. There you go. Her pain will fade quickly and the binding effects of... Your generosity is extreme, but who am I to complain? Do come back when the weight of your...
This has been a busy day. The sun breaks through the clouds. Heavens, I can already feel it working. The poultice must have cost you some silver. However did you manage that? Must have been quite a feat. Given how quickly I could feel an effect, this cure was... If you're interested in trying to set a new record for Smiling Mountain's special... Good...
What can I... What is there to say? Kiamin says that she is feeling well and her wound seems to be already healing. If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you.
Longsword.
Well done. As promised, here is a reward for setting a new standard. Kiamin is eager to try again. Now, is there anything else you wish at the moment? Goodbye.
Something...
You fought well. I'm happy for you and couldn't care less about the record. I'm a bit tender right now, but what can I... Good...
Ah, you are back. I hope this unfortunate matter with the bandits has not caused undue stress. It means, however, that I must accelerate your training. These invaders discovered us by accident, but as you likely suspect, they are related to your destiny.
I object!
Gao, what is the meaning?
Your pet student is not the only one who fought those outlaws. Perhaps I did not stand in their midst. If you spent less time coddling him, you would have many.
This is not a matter that can be decided by effort, Gao. There are things at play that you do not understand.
I understand that this student has received preferential treatment, and I have suffered for it. Whatever is in this spirit cave, I am worthy of... If he is truly better than me, let him prove it.
I will not have you brawling in the street. If this must happen, it will happen in the ring, as a proper test of your abilities. Gao, you are restricted to styles that I have taught. I know the dark tutoring your father, Gao the Greater, has imparted, but I won't have...
Hobbled before I begin. Of course. How else would your precious
My student, I do not trust Gao to fight honorably. Consider your Then let the fighters meet in the arena. Fighters, are you ready? This challenge will continue until one of you is incapacitated. This is not a practice bout.
A possibility.
Master, are you certain this is appropriate?
They have a dispute, and this is the only way to settle it with certainty. It will be an honorable contest.
I said you would regret getting in.
Fighters, begin!
Thousand cuts.
Long sword.
It is done. The challenge has concluded and the winner is clear.
No! I'm not finished!
Gao, I have made enough concessions to you today. I thought I could guide you away from your corrupted path, but you are no longer welcome among my students, and your father's house shall have no more business here, despite his influence.
I was not beaten! Not by this peasant!
You were defeated by your own foolish ambition and predictable temper. I will speak with you in my chambers about your expulsion. Everyone, this challenge is concluded. I'm sure the victor would appreciate your congratulations. Enjoy the words of your fellows. I will wait in the main hall, where we will discuss the spirit cave.
That was exciting. I'm glad you were safe. I knew you would be. Your skill is unmatched. Even Gao had to see. I hope he isn't allowed to stay. Punishment just makes him worse. Master Li has bent like a willow to accommodate him and his sorcerer's father. But don't you wish that some things made more sense? Anticipation is grueling. So much could be happening that you just don't know about.
It scares me sometimes, all this talk of troubled spirits. I didn't ask to be a part of it, as much as you want to know more. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be a happy time. You've proven your ability.
Gao was a fool to cheat. Our teacher... You'll face worse things than Gao in the cavern if what... No one really knows anything about that cat. He has always said that it is a place... I even asked around town, and there's old story. I don't have a clue, but I don't envy you having to go down there. Then... This is all rumor, mostly As I said, no one really knows what's down there. Well, no one but...
This day has been full for... If you listen to Lin parroting the villager's story, what can I...
Master Li once asked me not to use the style I learned in the Imperial City. It was a fair request, so I agreed. Gao should have known better than to use a What can I... I haven't been here long enough to hear anything but rumors. Of course.
Gao was a fool for challenging you. Oh, he... thing is, your prize is going into the cavern beneath the school. Next to nothing. I know Master Lee forbids us to go in. I hate repeating stories that aren't my own. Lynn has no such qualms, so go ask her about the cavern.
Gao, is there any...
Ah, there you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later. Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must... You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent act. I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of... I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited... Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him. He should respect even the most humble person, because who knows what... I was ashamed. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Listen, I will tell you how you came in.
Come with me. No, this is my fight. Go!
Your people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come. He is the right hand of the Emperor, and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation, and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. You were meant for something important, but because of my actions it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept... The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm. No, but few places truly are. This has been a lot to comprehend, so take your time. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain, and you will better know your enemy. Spirits go mad if denied passage to the underworld. You are tied to the reason why spirits wander. Many appeared after your people. Be careful. It is desired by many seeking power beyond the mortal realm. The dragon amulet was with you in Dirge. I understand what it does, but you are the one meant to be trained. Essence gems are used by healers and upstart sorcerers, and are common enough to be wasted. Your people were adept at using essence gems. I kept it from you because power is a beacon. Even mindless spirits may be drawn to you, just as they were confined here. In achieving your true power, you become a target that many will not be able to resist.
Longsword. Thousand cuts. Heavenly wave. Have to try to stress these. Thousand cuts. I'm too much for you.
My student, I hope you realize your importance. The restless dead. Seek the source of this problem and eradicate it. That is your purpose and... Not all spirits succumb to bestial rage. A strong will can transcend. All will suffer if the dead remain this way. Soon you must leave Two Rivers. I have old friends who may guide you, but I have old enemies too.
Sa irat, wiwukukupir finis si Takawo. Ukirwir, uktarano utak. No fantayana ukona ni pinatawa, wuwutawa I. Wowo sun ponono kisi kuwai. Okia, ipanar nuko iwair, nikasanaria, iroro ninuas. Wonakapir sari awaf, fansir surufus, isinosaurus suno. Sata tawi ia kawana ia sonir ipodoki. Wonawa, ukirwir. Uktarano utak.
You won't see me.
My power is stretched thin, bled away, and you are too small, too mortal to truly understand. But your master hopes that you will grow strong while he leads the predators away. His reasons are clouded. You are the one who can hear, the one who can act. Search. I do not have the strength to answer. I am cut open, and the way to the underworld is... The amulet is a focus. It will guide you. But when you know, I have a moment of power, a window to grant knowledge of a primal energy. You must choose between ice... I have energy enough only to instill knowledge of one, not both. Emotions burn, but the spirit can also turn cold and strike with grim resolve. There is no inherent villainy in any martial action, only in the hearts of those who wield them. If you rely too much on simple force, I can do no more. I must fade. Pity those spirits that have grown twisted. Pity the world if you fail, spirit monk, for you are the last.
What are you doing out here? You are supposed to be meditating on the amulet, and what you have learned for at least another day. A vision? Oh, of course you did. A natural reaction to the great amount of information I have placed before you. Tell me, did you learn anything about the destiny that stretches before you? Or... Be careful. I do not want you to be misled by sources I cannot anticipate. Your people had warriors by that name. 20 years ago, the Empire was mired in drought. Your people revered the water dragon, so their temple of... But the water dragon governed more than just moisture. The drought was part of the natural order, and not for mortals. The Emperor was incensed. He asked me to plan a display of power that would force their compliance. He could not be dissuaded. I fled with you as the rest of your people were killed. You must discover for yourself what being the last of your kind. What else did this vision reveal? You are only to retrieve the amulet.
Master Li, there's still no sign of her.
What? What is it, Wu? I'm sorry, my...
Dawnstar, as I told you, Master. She went missing after Gao's men were discovered in the school. The state of...
I see. She is not there.
No, Master Li. There's no sign of her.
I see. This may prove useful. Your appearance put Gao's disgrace out of my mind, but it would seem that your early exit from the cave... I didn't mean to appear callous. I'm sure Dawnstar is fine. What better way to show mastery over your abilities? Seek her out. I doubt she is in the school, and someone would have seen her if she was in the village. You might want to try the surrounding marshland. Questions? You learned in the cave how... Make sure you have everything.
Dawnstar wanted to be here when you left the cavern. I don't know where she could have gone, but Wen or Lin might have some idea.
I suppose you are looking for... I'm surprised you don't know where she... Are you sure she isn't off by herself somewhere? She's... Everyone's here except Gao, and he has no... Come to think of it, he was much... I have no idea. If her garden or room...
Everyone's shouting that Dawnstar's... wherever... I'm sorry,
With the my foot there is only one path, and it leads down to the swamp. Goodbye.
I heard about Dawnstar. Perhaps I can help in some small way. Fendo received some essence gems and passed a few along to me. They may... Let's see what...
Dawnstar is nice. You should make sure she's safe.
I couldn't believe it. He killed him with a single blow and laughed as this poor boy gasped.
You! Gao the Lesser did this. He was dragging some sort of sack and...
This brave young man stopped Gao.
Gao just laughed at him and tried to walk on by, but the student challenged him. I couldn't say. It was awfully large and looked heavy, but I was watching from a ways away.
We hid out of sight as Gao went.
Possibly, but we were too far away to say for sure. If you really want... Gao was in a rush, but you might be...
Be on your guard if you truly mean to pursue him.
There you are. I've been hoping you would wander by. I hear your friend is gone. More importantly, my stock has arrived. Braving roads dangerous with gold. What can... I haven't seen or heard any... Had I spotted the boy, I certainly wouldn't have let him... Of course not. I know there's more at stake. Someone will have to pay for them. Come to think of it, I did hear something odd. Maybe you should ask Gu Jin. He always watches... I just... Have a look for yourself. What?
Do you have a moment? Oh, senior student. I wanted to thank you for your help. It's out of the way, so I don't...
And I was glad to see you. Though, which is to say, its contents were not there. The bandits had taken... It was rather full of silver. A life savings, you know. Such... I was thinking that while the silver is mine, you deserve a... The whole village is talking about you.
You look like you have some... Gao killed someone? And I let him go past here without question? I wished I'd looked to see what he was dragging. He was heading towards the gate. That bog is full of bandits, and who knows what else. Despite that, it still seems the most likely place. He'll be... Good.
It's a bit of a shame what happened to the guard here. The young master thought you might come after him, so he left us here to slow you. If you're quarreling with Gao, you're very well protected.
Thousand cuts. You're too slow. You're going down. Ice shot. Thousand cuts. Long sword.
Oh, my head feels like a war drum, and the battle did not go... What happened? Gao, that spoiled little noisy... That repulsive... I wish I'd known ahead of time. Gate guards were an unappreciated lot. I didn't see her. He was dragging a large sack, and I asked if he needed help. He said no, just the key to the gate, and then he conjured this ball of... I don't really remember what happened next. I might have passed out. There's only one place he could have gone if he left the village. The path leads past the fields to the swamps. What did he do? Why would he resort to attacking me? What? That arrogant whelp? I trust you're following him to put him in his place. Go on. Why waste time trying...
Quit crying, fool, or we will gut you.
My poor Fen, what have you done to her?
Who's there?
Sword.
More of Gao's soldiers?
1,000 cuts.
I'm through hiding. The marsh is out.
I'm too much for you.
Gone. She's gone. They took her away, my beautiful Fen, my flower. Please, my name is Hing, and you must help me. My Fen is so... We were traveling to 2 rivers. I bring goods, but I knew we were getting too close to the marshes. Why was I so foolish? I can't leave without her. They'll work her to death or eat her, or worse. I thank you, and my precious flower of the...
I am no common bandit. I've been hunted by far worse than you. Hold your attack, young student. I am not your enemy. This was... I have tried very hard to go unnoticed, but I also need to eat. I've been on the outskirts of your... My name is Zoo. I have been called Sagacious Zoo, if you prefer a title. That is a personal matter. You'll have to... Besides, I have already shown that I have no love for the more common kinds of filth. If you know that name, you know the type of men the family employs. I wonder... Gao the Lesser. I know the family. This is a brazen act, even... No wonder you came out here as you did. You're looking to rescue someone. That is very selfless of you. I did hear something about a camp. They seem to be killing bandits so they won't be disturbed. There wasn't much more. No, I'm not interested in looking for trouble. I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Dawnstar. I am familiar with that name. But I still can't. I'm sorry.
Wait. Dawnstar, your friend should not suffer because of my reluctance. A group of men went to the north.
That may be where their camp is. There's no way to leave the marsh in that direction. Not on foot, anyway. I can refuse some fool determined to get lost in the swamp, but I doubt your friend earned her fate. Now come, we have some catching up to do. We'll find them. Like I said... I will try not to make you regret it. Let's go. The main camp is to the north, but there are soldiers all around this area. Your quarry has based himself in the north. There are paths right and left, but I doubt one is any safer than the other.
Shouldn't killing outlaws yield some good silver? All I found is this troublesome creature, and she won't do a thing I say. If we can't get any work out of her, I want her cut and carved for tomorrow. If I have to be out... Look out! It must be more bandits!
You can't keep up. I shall.
Thank you for saving me. I was getting tired of Kate. I thought I was saved when they killed the bandits that raided my husband's wagon, but these soldiers were... Fen? You have come this far for Fen. Did he...
Oh dear, this...
I am Singhua. These animals made me cook for them, clean up their filth. No, but she is here. Oh yes, just over here. Let me present her to you. Fen, come!
Fen, my flower! You are safe. I knew this great fighter would save you. I couldn't leave without you. The cart needs your...
I am safe as well, Hing. Or did you forget I...
Oh, there you are, my dear. I'm glad you did not come to harm.
But you are more concerned about the ox, Gao? One of the soldiers said someone with that name is at a camp to the far north. Of course, he may have been... Perhaps the camp goat.
I prayed for your safe return, dear, but the cart will not move itself.
You will be lucky if I don't make you pull it while the ox rides. She is... Come, leave any of our stolen silver at...
Yes, dear.
Do I have to slaughter that thing for you to show me some attention?
No, dear.
Are you lying again?
No, dear.
Are you listening to...
No, dear.
It looks like the soldiers have taken control from the bandits who normally rule here. I'm not sure it's an improvement.
Well, what have we here? More outlaws? They're everywhere. Gao was right to order them killed, even if just to keep the camp clear while he secures his woman.
This ain't one of our soldier. You can't fool us. If Gao wants us out of the swamp, you'll have to fight us,
You're going down!
Look! More bandits creeping into the camp! Get them! You're too slow!
You're going down!
What? Who? No, wait. I don't want any more trouble. Yes, I can do that. Whatever you want. Who? The woman. She got loose from the sack and ran into the cave.
That cave is home to both toad demons and ogres, and both are in a foul temper from fighting over the space. Running in there...
We refused to go after her, so Gao went himself. I don't know. He just said it was very important that he get her tonight. We didn't take her. We made Gao do that himself. I know we shouldn't have let him talk us into any of... It was just one woman. Compared to some things, well, all I'll say is that this... Look, that's all I can say. Just let me go. I won't be any more trouble for you.
A reasonable punishment. Gao...
By my grandfather, I won't get...
You are far too generous with your...
Thank you. You won't see...
Your friend, is it?
Sorry.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Gao? This is your mess.
Your friend is doing a good job of frustrating Gao into carelessness. That will work in your favor, but it also means we have to follow them by a different... Be careful. That means fresh enemies for us. These...
1,000 cuts. This is the end.
I never had cause to enter these caves. Gao will have to pay for this inconvenience.
I swear, Dawnstar, my patience is running thin. No! No! Not you! Anyone but you! What are you doing here?
You see that, Gao? That's loyalty and responsibility. Can you even understand those words?
I understand more than you. I did you a favor, but you are too stupid to know a good thing when you're in its grasp.
Being kidnapped was a good thing? You have an odd view of what it takes to impress a...
Fools! You'd be dead if it wasn't for me. Everything you have. You'll see. Death comes from above to ferret out your hidden master and his real name. Dawnstar was the only thing I wanted to save, and what thanks do I get? Nothing. So be it. I'll just... You'll see. You've already lost, no matter what happens here. You don't have a choice. I won't let you walk away this time. Good. There's no Master Li to restrict how I fight. I'll kill you in time to see the red sky over your village.
1,000 cuts. Toad Demon Board. 1,000 cuts.
Thank you for coming to my rescue. I'm not sure why Gao thought he would get away with this. He had to know that someone in the village would come for me, although I suspected it would be you. I am grateful. Your friendship has always been a comfort to me. Maybe that was what made Gao so jealous. I don't know. And who is this? I must thank your new acquaintance.
Sagacious Zoo, you don't owe me anything. I just helped your young friend through the swamp.
Sagacious Sue, well, I am grateful. I don't know what Gao meant by saying he was doing me a favor. Agreed. I want Master Li to know that we are both safe. It's too bad, though. He wanted to reach Gao. I'm sure of it. Gao just seemed to get more and more bitter. He didn't respond well to discipline.
I will wait by Gao's flyer. He can't object now.
We should get back to Two Rivers. What happened to Gao's men? I thought they abandoned him, but it looks like you had to fight them all. I didn't realize you took that much of a risk getting to me. I heard Gao yelling at them to kill any bandits who might approach. I guess they wouldn't stop to ask questions. His mercenaries didn't seem too eager to follow me into the cave, though. It seemed like they were humoring. Maybe they were his father's men. I don't... Wait. Do you hear something? There are so many. Where are they coming from?
You should be more concerned with where they are going. You may have won a victory over Gao the Lesser, but it looks like he put things in motion that have outlived him.
What? What do you mean?
These machines have weapons. They drop casks that explode on impact.
Was that what Gao meant? He said something about death. It doesn't matter. We have to get back. The students, everyone will need our help.
Walk away, Dawnstar. You won't get there in time. Better to avert your eyes than see something you care about fall to ruin. Save yourself the pain.
This machine of Gao's, do you know how to make it work? Could you fly it?
I doubt there are two people in the Empire that know how they work. It's a baffling combination of magic and artifice. We may be able to do it among the three of us. I was told that they are simple to control.
So you don't really know?
If you actually cared about the safety of this machine, you wouldn't be about to fly it into a swarm of enemies. What guarantee do you want? There is a handle attached to something like the reins of an ox yoke. You move it left and right, forward and back. It should swim through the air fairly smoothly.
Will you come to help us, Zoo? You seem to have a good heart.
If you are intent on returning, I will accompany you.
You are an interesting person, sagacious Zoo. Your eyes hold a great sadness that is oddly familiar to me, but I don't know why. Perhaps I am imagining it. We will discuss it another time. I hope we are not too late. We have to hurry.
Those large flyers can drop explosives. This is worse than I thought.
The town. No! This can't be!
It is what I expected. I'm sorry you had to see this.
I saw the smoke from the air, but I didn't think it would be so bad. Everyone is gone. I hope you are right. Master Li wouldn't let this happen, not without a fight.
Do what you can together. We will meet in the heart of your school.
No. It's all gone. Why did Gao's father do this? Why are his men here?
I hate this. There's no challenge in killing simple peasants.
They said no survivors, so there better be no survivor.
I know, but who is this?
Do you want to ask Gal the Greater? No. So quit yapping and make sure there's no... Looks like we have a few more peasants to put down.
Let's just make it quick.
1,000 cuts.
the school, burning. Every spring, I planted flowers, one for each student. Now everything, everyone is gone. Let it be true.
Keep going! There are others in the school! I'll look to the villagers and save as many as I can. Go!
You won't see me here!
What is this? We missed a couple of these pitiful students? This is like crushing ants. There's no end to you.
Ants. That's all their lives were to you?
The same question all the others...
Men! Gal the Greater wants this village cleared.
Longsword. Stress these. Stress these. You go.
Ой, блядь, говно тупое, сука. Какой какой-то имбаланс на это копия эти ебануться можно.
This is like crushing ants. There's no end to you people.
Ants. That's all they're...
1,000 cuts. Too much! This is the end. 1,000 cuts. Come forward. 1,000 cuts. Long sword.
Ебать, сука, бред. Какой же бред, ебану с этими копьями. Вы чё, нахуй, ебанутые, блядь, и что? Хуйня из-под коня, блядь, ебаного, нахуй. Блядь, какой, сука, бред, где нахуй, ну серьезно. Какое говно, где я ебал, нахуй. Я из-под коня, блядь. Ой, долбоёбство.
What is this? We missed a couple of these pitiful That's what...
1,000 cuts. You're going down. Long sword. You're too slow.
There were so many. Everywhere. And fire from the skies.
Shh. We've chased off all of Gao's men. We'll be safe now.
No, they came later. First there were fighters in black. With fists you could hardly see. She told them where to attack and they turned like one mind. One purpose. Except for the one. He stood alone. His armor so black. Black like a hole in the earth. So deep you can't get out.
You'll be all right. Just be still.
I tried. I tried so hard. I'm sorry.
Who said... He said there was no warning. Just calm skies and then... Master Li was taken when it began. He went without a fight, giving them what they wanted.
The Lotus Assassins. They leave no one alive to tell the tale. People fear the unknown. The figure your friend spoke of is Death's Hand, the leader of the Lotus Assassins. This... A lieutenant, perhaps. Death's Hand leads all others. He would not appear unless... I don't know why they were so intent on taking your Master Li. That's not possible. Sun Li, the glorious strategist, was the Emperor's brother.
Why not?
Because he can't. Sun Li was declared a traitor to the Empire 20 years ago. And besides, the glorious strategist would...
What mistakes?
Revealing himself, for one. For another, he would have... The glorious strategist would know his enemy, and if anything is true about Lotus Assassin... I was one.
Здорово, здорово.
If you will not be dissuaded, we should go to the Imperial City and the Mosquito Flyer. Gao the Greater has powerful contacts. You may find a path to him there.
You know a lot. We will have to talk about the source of that knowledge.
Make whatever judgment you wish. I assure you, I have already made worse.
Let's go. I don't want to be here. I want to go where I can actually make a difference.
That is a very common desire. The hardest to achieve, but very common. Come, let's see if we can get Gao. It won't be stable enough to get to the Imperial City, but we might reach the trading village of Tian's Landing. If we are lucky, we can find someone to give us passage. was quite the crash. I wouldn't have left the marsh had I known we were headed for such a spectacular... It's a miracle we all survived unharmed.
I'm okay too. A little shaken up is all.
We were lucky. Only a fool braves the air currents without a proper wind map. You can't navigate the skies without them. We weren't traveling far. I thought we could reach Tien's Landing safely without one. Obviously, I was wrong.
So where are we going to find a wind map of this region? We can't follow Master Li's captor.
Things are even worse than that. Look at our flyer. Even if we had a wind map, this thing won't take to... You make it sound so simple. Flyers and wind maps are rare things, even in the Imperial City.
Gao and his pirates used flyers to attack Two Rivers, and the Lotus assassins who took Master Li had them too. Somebody around here must know something about them. I'm sorry to get upset, but every second we're stuck here, Master...
We're near Tien's Landing. It's a small village, but maybe someone there knows where we can find a new flyer. If nothing else, I remember a clearing, and if we can't find a flyer, we can always follow on foot. To the south of the village is a forest. The village is across the bridge and beyond a large marker stone. Look for the giant rock with a painting of a fish. Very well. I'll wait here for now. It's not so different from the marsh, actually. More of an impending sense of doom.
We should get going. There has to be a better place for us to rest than this. Let's...
Ладно, ребят. Ладно. Так, если кто-то здесь живой, пожалуйста, напишите. Хотите ли еще смотреть продолжение или уже все? Честно, я пока сам не знаю. Если там в чате кто-нибудь напишет... Ну так, так, давайте так. Если вы хотите, чтобы я еще погамал, то вы пишите, да, давай погаму, я позырю. Если нет, ну блин, буду заканчивать. Так что давайте, решайте. Либо заканчиваем, либо гамаем. Допель, ты будешь тут или будешь у Аленки? Ну, потому что если тебя не будет, ну, смысл тогда мне что-то играть. А на ютубе там что-то люди все молчат, поэтому не знаю. Напишите мне кто-нибудь, хотите или не хотите. Давайте, люди. YouTube, ВК, пожалуйста. Пишите, продолжаем или... Потому что если там... Я пока не могу. Понял, Допель. Ну тогда, блин, не знаю. Может, попозже трохи тогда запущу. Все тогда, гайс. Пока на сегодня, значится... Ну, вернее, на сейчас я тогда заканчиваю. Вот, может, там через часик, полтора-два продолжим. Вот, поэтому ютубчик молчит, поэтому я хз. Люди сидят, но они молчат. Все. Так, бывайте. Так, что там это загрузить, это сохранить. Короче, следите за трансляцией. Если что вдруг это самое, то это будет. Так, все. YouTube пока что давайте, прощайте. Вот, либо сегодня, либо завтра. Вот пока YouTube.